Hello and welcome to the financial analysis on a building that's sold in Ottawa of July 2026. And as we always do, we'll give you the numbers and break them down and tell you what it means. If you enjoy getting these videos, hit the like button and feel free to leave us a comment, okay? I'm Patrick Walchuk and we're going to get right into it with a property that's sold. We'll call it Central Ottawa in a very, very nice neighborhood. Now, this was a 6-unit building and it was an old house that was converted into a 6-unit building. So it was listed for $1,570,000. It sold for $1,470,000, and that is $245,000 per unit. That's maybe a little bit lower than average for what you would expect of this neighborhood. And again, when you have an old property, it's not a conventional building. You know, some of the rooms and the facilities can be a little bit wonky. So anyhow, it is what it is. And the scheduled rental income on this property was $114,000. The effective rental income, when we deduct 3% for vacancy and bad debt, is $111,000. The operating expenses, as stated in the MLS, was, call it $25,000, and the total operating expenses, that's when we factor in maintenance and management at the rate of 5% each. So the total on that is $36,000, and from that we can now calculate our net operating income of $75,000. So that's all the numbers in a basket, and we wave our magic wand and we come up with the results of that. So what that tells us is that it had a capitalization rate of a tad over 5%, and that's a little on the high side, quite frankly, for this neighborhood. It's a very, considered to be a blue chip neighborhood. So if it had been a conventional building in great shape, we can see cap rates as low as 3%. Now, the operating expense ratio on that was call it 33%. That's really quite good. And anytime you see something under, 40, that's okay. So this is very, very good. The multiplier of the gross and the net is sort of what you would expect to see, 12, 13 times gross and, 20, 21 times the net. Now, in terms of what we look at next, we're curious about what kind or how much of a down payment is required for this property to be able to break even or have a slight positive cash flow. And CMHC mandates that the minimum amount is 20%. In this case here, what happened is that you need a 28% down payment. Again, that can be considered on the low side as well, because it's not uncommon to have to put down 35% in order for the property to cash flow positive. So in this case here, it's 28%. That's $412,000. The monthly mortgage payment on that at the rate of 5% is call it $6,200 a month, and translate that into an annual basis. So your ADS, annual debt service, is $74,000 a year. So that's going to give this new owner a positive cash flow of, call it $700 annually. And that, again, is based on 28% down payment, and the ROI on that is 0.17%. Thank you for watching.